The Kanifi Municipal Council, under the leadership of Lord Mayor Talib Ahmed Bensouda, has signed 4-year Memorandum of Understanding with the National Environment Agency. The MOU is to express the willingness of both parties to engage in an effort to promote recycling and management of waste from the waste sites within the municipality, as well as to develop and expand the relationship within the waste management sector. Malik Ba, Director of Technical Services, representing the NEA boss, believe that the MOU will go a long way in fostering positive environment for everyone, while calling on ward councillors to take the ownership of this partnership.
You will all agree with me that the KMC and NEA has had a long-standing relationship in the past, and this strong partnership being signed today is to further cement the already cordial relationship between the two institutions, as amplified and manifested in our regular engagement in the enforcement of the Ban on Plastic Bag Order 2015 and Anti-Litter Regulations 2007, which had in the past registered success. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the agency cannot do it alone, as we continue to face a lot of challenges in the enforcement of the Ban on Plastic Bag Order 2015, the Anti-Litter Regulations 2007, among a host of other environmental legislations. The NEA is with the view that this partnership between KMC and the agency would yield dividend in maintaining a healthy and pollution-free environment for all Gambians. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, you will agree with me that the deep-rooted conventional approach of top-bottom development, as currently practiced by environmental agents, could affect the implementation of both the local government reform and the Gambia Environment Action Plan if left unchecked. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, to conclude, the proposed partnership between KMC and the NEA will improve coordination and enforcement of our environmental laws geared towards the prevention of indiscriminate littering in public places, a practice that is unhealthy to the public and the environment. Thus, the need for a sectoral planning and a development initiative in the field of environment to strengthen institutional capacities, awareness creation, and education for the public, build the capacity of local structures for increased and sustained environmental development efforts, which is more cost-effective than establishing new structures outside the basic social fabric of the communities. On that note, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the agency wishes to register her pleasure in signing of this MOU and hope to see a successful implementation as enshrined in the provisions of the MOU in the next 4 years. And the councillors present here, I would urge all of you to really participate in making sure that we have a very successful implementation of this MOU that we are going to sign today. Because it is within your jurisdictions that you have this illegal dumping being done, the illegal activities, anti-littering issues being done. You see them within the communities. So your responsibility and your participation in the implementation of this MOU is very is timely and is highly welcome. I want to once again thank the managements of KMC and the NEA for coming up with this laudable initiative in complementing the efforts of each other geared towards the protection of the human health and the environment through the enforcement of our environmental laws.
Passet Cisse, CEO of Kanifi Municipal Council, urged residents in the municipality to practice cleanliness.
Environment is a national issue, and everyone should put hands on deck to make sure we safeguard our environment and also our natural resources. The Council, through the leadership, has been spending a lot by purchasing fleets of vehicles to make the environment clean and hygienic for the residents of the municipality. But this task cannot be achieved without the people of the municipality. People must change their attitudes to know that only the council cannot do it. The people, the taxpayers of this municipality should be helping the council to make sure we have a very clean environment. Without them, councils will be spending millions on this, but to achieve the goals will be very, very difficult.
Lamin Diba, Ward Councillor for Old Bakau Cape Point, also double as Chairman of Environmental Select Committee, called on colleagues in council to take steps against environmental hazard in the Kanifi municipality and the Gambia at large.
Our environment nowadays is very terrible. Even when you look at in front of the council, you can see a lot of waste inside the quarters, around markets, car parks, and even in our street and all our backyards. Now it became a problem for council alone to work on this. So now we have seen that it's very necessary for us to partner with the sister institution to make sure that we make our environment better. The better environment we live, our life expectancy is also expected to increase. We have to manage our environment better. If not, the environment will manage us. Now, I think what we should do now, we have to make sure that we manage our environment better before it manages us. Because when our environment manages us, it means our lives are not safe. Our children's lives are not safe. And then it will put a lot of pressures on our health systems. We have seen what has happened. When KMC came up with this Valley project, the constant collections of the waste is continuing. We have seen the reduction of the malaria cases, diarrhea cases, dysentery, and so on. But recently, we also have a challenge, and that council alone cannot handle that. So we have to work with the NEA and the other sister institutions like the Health, National Disaster, and even NRA to make sure that at least we collaborate to have a healthy environment. If not, definitely we are not moving anywhere. If you look at the ranking of the African countries or in the world, Gambia is selected as the 7th dirtiest country in the whole of Africa, which is very alarming. And we have seen the malaria cases have been increased. Dysentery has been increased. The environmentals, because of the bad environmental situation we have, that's why we have all these contagious diseases are now increasing in the Gambia. And how can we be able to avoid that? We have to abide by the law. There must be a law that will govern our environment. There must be a law that has to be implemented and govern our peoples. The reasons why I say this, if you look at our neighboring countries like Senegal, we were saying that Senegal was one of the dirtiest countries. Gambia was far more better than Senegal, but today, Senegal is far more better than us. Why? Because they adhere to their laws, and they make sure that the laws are implemented to the letter. So we as the councils, especially honorable councillors, I think we all have to work together to make sure that this MOU, and the aim and objective, that's why this MOU has to be signed, is achieved. When my environment committee has gone for a tour, we have seen in our environment what is happening, especially our riverine areas. But councils have a limited distance. The council have council limited power has limited. Though we have power, but when you look at our power, NES is the custodian of this law. So collaborate with them. The liquor dumping at the riverine areas, our backyard, and even on the highway here, you can see what is happening there. But I believe signing of this environment, the anti-littering team, the police, national police, health, national disaster, and NEA, NRA, we only work together, I think we can have a better environment. So today, I'm thanking you, every one of you who have been here to witness this signing of this MOU. Lord Mayor, thank you very much.
Part of the council's responsibilities include waste management and waste collection. Reporting for CNG, I am Alu Sise.